Hi y'all, Dan Conover, sometimes known as DC McElroy, and I'm coming to you today from the workshop here at scenic Black Sheep Manor with some news. Our fifth book in the Darbas Cycle series, our slipstream epic fantasy series, City of the Dead, now available online at Amazon in ebook and, as you can see, in paperback. And as you look at this cover, compared to our more recent cover, Tanupa, or the last book that we put out, previous book, you'll notice that it looks different. That's because this book is a departure from the previous, the four previous novels, and it was a challenge for me as a writer. But this time, I don't know that I've ever been happier to finish a novel, but I'm also really proud of this one in that it takes the promise that we made at the beginning of this series, which was that we were going to try to expand on the boundaries of traditional epic fantasy and make it something that can include all sorts of stories and tropes and sensibilities. And this is a story about archaeologists at work on a really unusual expedition to a place that if you've read previous books, you've heard about Alath, uh, infamously known as the City of the Dead, place with the blue pillar of Dre, an unusual place that we keep coming back to, not only in the waking world of life, but also in this two-eighth realm of psychic consciousness. So instead of toing and froing on quests, this is more about people working together in a difficult situation and coming face to face with a past that you simply can't understand, not with the tools available to this civilization, which simply isn't as advanced as the civilizations that have come before. It's a story I've been wanting to tell now for several years. I knew this book was in my future, but I didn't know how I would adapt to that type of story. And the answer is that it was tough. This was a year that I spent thinking about what I actually believe about life and death and consciousness, and are we just meat? If we're not just meat, what else are we? And I came to the realization that how I think about death, how we all think about death, informs a lot about of what we think life is and how it should be lived. It's just coincidence, but it wound up being a year that had more death in it than really any year that I've had, and I'm 60 years old now. Included the death of both of my parents. Both my parents, by the way, became readers of this series, which, let me tell you, I didn't expect that to happen. But they did, and I'm sorry that they don't get to read it, because I think they would have enjoyed this one. And I think you will too, and I'm looking forward to talking with you about this more. We do have some things in the works. I think it's time for us to start upping our game, and not just in the way that we produce and illustrate books, but how we communicate with you. So if you've been with me before, thanks for coming back. If you're new, I hope you'll give us a try. This is a standalone novel. No previous reading in the series is required, and I want you to take me up on that challenge and see if I pulled it off. Anyway, thank you all very much, and we'll be talking to you again soon.